The wait is finally over, and we are done with blurry rumors and wild guesses. If you have been holding on to your wallet waiting for the next big thing in pocket-sized filmmaking, this is the news you need to hear right now. We aren't just talking about concept art or whispered specs anymore. The DJI Pocket 4 is real, it is packaged, and it is sitting in a warehouse right now waiting to be shipped. The latest leak didn't come from fan forum or a rendered concept video. It came from the most boring but reliable source imaginable, which is a warehouse management application. This changes everything because stock lists don't lie. When you see inventory hitting the system, it means the manufacturing lines have finished their job and the distribution phase has officially begun. Let's break down exactly what was found because this is unprecedented access into DJI's launch timeline. We usually see glossy promo images leak first, or maybe a photo of someone holding the device on a subway. But this leak is different. It is an internal stock list from a major Chinese retailer. We are seeing full inventory listings, not just a test unit for a reviewer. The leak shows registered consignments. In simple terms, this means the boxes are printed, the accessories are packed inside, the plastic is sealed, and pallets are being stacked up. Someone is literally getting ready to hit the ship button. This confirms that the device is past the testing phase and is currently in the logistical phase. This is the strongest evidence yet that the launch is imminent. Now let's talk about what is actually in those boxes because the listing gave us a massive clue about how DJI is positioning this camera. The leak confirms 3 specific stock keeping units, or SKUs. First, there is the standard kit. This is likely just the camera, a cover, and a cable, aimed at people who want to keep it simple. Then, there is a specific Amazon kit, which usually implies a bundle with an SD card or a mini tripod exclusive to the platform. But the most interesting listing is the all-in-one kit that includes a transmitter. This is where things get exciting for content creators. The leak repeatedly mentions a device codenamed DM3. While DJI hasn't officially come out and said what this is, the tech community is connecting the dots. The DM3 is almost certainly a new generation of the wireless microphone transmitter, or perhaps a dedicated remote with audio capabilities. If you look at the success of the Pocket 3 Creator Combo, it was the wireless mic that made a viral hit. It allowed vloggers to walk away from the camera and still sound crystal clear. If the Pocket 4 is launching with a DM3 module, we are likely looking at improved connectivity, better range, or perhaps internal 32-bit float audio recording directly on the transmitter. It validates that DJI knows their audience isn't just tourists anymore. It is solo creators who need professional audio without a massive crew. The fact that this transmitter has its own separate listing suggests it might be a significant upgrade over the Mic 2. So, when can you actually buy this thing? The timeline has shifted, and we finally have a realistic window. For a long time, the chatter suggested we would see this camera before the end of 2025. Clearly, that did not happen. The new information from reliable leakers points directly to Q1 of 2026. Specifically, we're looking at February or March. This delay makes perfect sense if you consider the DM3 transmitter we just talked about. Often, a main product is ready, but a critical accessory causes a bottleneck. It seems DJI pushed the date back to ensure the entire ecosystem is ready on day one. There's also a whisper about a Pocket 4 Pro arriving later, somewhere between April and June. However, don't let that make you hesitate. The Pro version usually implies a distinct tier, perhaps with a larger sensor or different lens array, but the main launch in early 2026 will be the mass-market flagship everyone is waiting for. But here is where the story takes a massive turn. While DJI is refining the perfect formula, their biggest competitor, Insta360, is trying to rewrite the rules entirely. We aren't just seeing patents from them anymore. We are seeing actual prototype images of a new handheld camera. And they're doing something risky. They are building a fully modular pocket camera. If DJI is the Apple of this world, polishing a proven design ends. Top 360 is acting like the Android of the early days, experimenting with wild, flexible hardware. The leaked images show a device that splits into 3 distinct parts: the camera head, the screen and processor module, and the battery base. This is a huge leap forward from the detachable designs we have seen in the past, like the DJI Pocket 3. That camera let you take the head off, but felt a bit clunky. The Insta360 prototype looks like a cohesive system. The images reveal two completely different camera modules. This is the game changer. Imagine buying one body, but being able to swap the top part. You could clip on a 1-inch sensor module for low-light vlogging at night, and then the next day, swap it for an action camera-style wide-angle lens for sports, or maybe a zoom lens for B-roll. You aren't stuck with one lens for the life of the device. This modularity extends to the battery as well. If you're doing a quick shoot, you use a small, light battery base. If you're shooting a 2-hour time-lapse, you clip on a larger battery grip. The middle section of this Insta360 device acts as the brain. It holds the screen, the controls, and the processor. This is a fascinating approach because it future-proofs the expensive part of the gadget. If a better sensor comes out next year, you theoretically wouldn't need to buy a whole new camera. You would just buy the new lens module. It is the kind of innovation that people have whispered about for a potential Pocket Pro, but Insta360 is actually building it. It puts massive pressure on DJI. DJI is stacking warehouses with a refined, finished product, while Insta360 is openly testing a modular revolution. So, what is the best opinion on this situation? If you're a creator looking for the absolute best tool right now, this is a complicated choice. In my opinion, the DJI Pocket 4 is going to be the safe, reliable king. DJI has mastered color science, stabilization, and ease of use. If stock is already in warehouses, it means the software is likely polished and ready. It will be a plug-and-play beast for high-quality video. However, if you're a gear nerd who loves flexibility, that Insta360 modular prototype is incredibly tempting. But remember, first-generation modular tech often has bugs or connection issues. DJI is playing it smart by refining what works, while Insta360 is swinging for the fences. Ultimately, we are entering a golden era for pocket cameras. The smartphone is great, but these dedicated mechanical gimbals are reaching a level of quality that rivals mirrorless cameras. Whether you wait for the proven reliability of the Pocket 4 in February or hold out to see if Insta360 pulls off the modular dream, you're going to win. The competition is forcing both companies to innovate faster. We went from having no news to having 2 massive leaks in the same week. The inventory is real, the boxes are packed, and the next few months are going to be very expensive for us, but very good for our content. If you're excited about these new cameras and want to stay updated on the exact release dates the second they drop, make sure you engage with this video. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the official review when we finally get our hands on these units. Peace.